Hello again, everyone, and welcome to this Friday Pegasus Eve edition. Thoroughbred Action, Jason Blewett, your host. Beautiful Gulfstream Park, and thankfully, the weather has cleared up off a rainy Thursday here. We've got some turf. We've got Astronic 5. I was up today and beat the expert. And, of course, on this January 25th, we have got the man upstairs, Pete Aiello, coming your way right now with much, much more.
Friday program here at Gulfstream Park on Pegasus Eve featured a Beat the Expert contest, a huge pool in the Rainbow Six, a fast main track, a firm turf course, and of course the Astronic 5. First of the day over the firm turf course at 5 furlongs. Claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. Scratch the 8 and 9. Hector Barrios on 7 Sturgeon. Favorites were 1 Barbarossa and 6 Big Possible.
Could start out wide for Sturgeon. Big Possible hits the ground running. Barbarossa has speed, and Towney races between horses. The 3 favorites land 1, 2, 3. Out of their 5th is Czar Boss, 3 clear of 1 Bad Hombre, and White Smoke is last. The speed in the rail belongs to Barbarossa to the half-mile point, 3 parts better than Big Possible, who races from 2nd. Towney is off the speed 3rd, back to 4th is Sturgeon, then back to the inside. Our Boss from 5th. White Smoke is 6th, and 1 Bad Hombre 7th and last as Barbarossa has the lead. It's Barbarossa to the top of the stretch in front by a half a length. On the outside, Big Possible tries to keep up 2nd. Sturgeon is 3rd. Towney is 4th as they wheel in. It's Barbarossa who cuts the corner and maintains a clear lead. To the attack now, Sturgeon trying to spring an upset while 2nd. 3 back to 3rd running Big Possible. Final 1/8 of a mile. Here's Sturgeon and jockey Hector Barrios powering to the front. Barbarossa, no excuse, 2nd. The upset is on. Sturgeon in front. Barbarossa's 2nd, Big Possible 3rd, then Towney and our boss in 56 flat.
Pretty big upset to start the program as it's 7 Sturgeon who gets the right trip and gets the score in a pickup ride for jockey Hector Barrios for Rising Sun Stable and Daryl Cohen and trainer Kathy Mungin. 2nd, 1 Barbarossa, who had every opportunity but was just outgunned ahead of the 6 Big Possible, who ran 3rd. To the 2nd race now, a very nice starter allowance optional claiming event at 6 furlongs. It went as the West Point Thoroughbreds race of the day. Field of 6 signed on. The favorites included 1 Zulu and 5 Wildwood Dancer.
And they're off. Wildwood Dancer with a sharp start, and he'll try to get an easy lead. On the outside, Unbridled Outlaw going after him early, and here's long shot Apache Brave moving up toward the inside. Delta Bluesman situated 4th early, 2 better than Musical Heart, and Zulu is last of all behind Barn Buddy, Wildwood Dancer. Wildwood Dancer to the half-mile point in front to half a length. Unbridled Outlaw 2nd. Apache Brave is 3rd, Delta Bluesman is 4th, 3 wide in Musical Heart, and Zulu is last. 22 and 3 for an opening quarter speed. Around the far turn they go. Irad Ortiz Jr. aggressive on Wildwood Dancer. At this point, he's a neck on top of Unbridled Outlaw, who's right alongside. 3 back to Musical Heart, rallying 3rd around Apache Brave. Then Delta Bluesman. Zulu putting himself in an awful tough position. Last of all, while 4 wide with a quarter of a mile left to go. Up front, Wildwood Dancer turns first with the race to win or lose through a 45 and 3 half mile. Irad Ortiz Jr. asked him to kick on with it, and he leads a length and a half. On the outside, Unbridled Outlaw not going away. In fact, he starts to make some ground. 16th to go. Wildwood Dancers in front. Unbridled Outlaw on the outside within a neck of the lead, but Wildwood Dancers hanging on. Unbridled Outlaw was 2nd. Up 3rd was Zulu, then Musical Heart, and 110 and 1.
Number 5, Wildwood Dancer, bet down from 9 to 2 to 2 to 1, but the win gets the money no matter what, as Irad Ortiz Jr., fresh off an Eclipse Award last night, gets the score here today. 2 in a row for this son of Pomeroy for Jorge Navarro and owner Joe Besecker. 2nd, number 6, Unbridled Outlaw on a good try, ahead of the 1 Zulu, ran 3rd. We'll be right back.
One of the world's most anticipated thoroughbred racing events of the year returns. The 3rd annual Pegasus World Cup Invitational at Gulfstream Park in South Florida. Drawing competition from around the world with a $16 million purse split between 2 Grade 1 races. On the dirt and on the turf. Experience the incredible fashion, spectacular world-class service and entertainment, and the unrivaled adrenaline of the Pegasus World Cup Invitational. Saturday, January 26th at Gulfstream Park. Get your tickets now at PegasusWorldCup.com.
Back now for the third race of the afternoon at 7 furlongs. Maiden Claimers in for 12,500. Scratch number 2, Dream of God, a field of 6. Favorite was the 7, Into Zone.
And they're off. Good start for Reggae Pirate, a good start for St. Larned, and up on the outside Into Zone. Offensive-minded early. These three go 4 ahead of Grey Granite, who's out of their 4th. El Playon is back to 5th, and no speed of any kind for Braver Than We Are, a long way behind. Down the backstretch they go, and with the advantage, it's Romero Mirage and St. Larned, who now lead by a length over Into Zone in 2nd. Reggae Pirate is 3rd, a length and a half in front of Grey Granite in 4th. It's a gap of another 4 or 5 to El Playon, who's still 2nd last, and the trailer is Braver Than We Are. 22 and 3 for an opening quarter speed, less than half a mile to go. Long shot St. Larned tries to bottom out the group, leads the way by a length and a half. Into Zone trying to take up the slack 2nd, well clear of the others, led by Grey Granite, then Reggae Pirate. El Playon is still at the back alongside Braver Than We Are as the top 2 continue to widen their advantage, and the leader remains St. Larned. St. Larned to the top of the stretch, confidently handled here, and a length and a half on top. Into Zone trying to creep a bit closer while 2nd, well clear of El Playon, and Braver Than We Are. The back markers start to show some interest, and they're at the top of the stretch. They went 46 seconds for a half mile, and it's St. Larned in front. St. Larned by 3.5. No kick there from Into Zone down the center, and Braver Than We Are with El Playon. 16th to go. Braver Than We Are getting on track late, and Braver Than We Are comes from way out of it to win it, and win it going away. El Playon up for 2nd. St. Larned was 3rd, and Into Zone disappoints. He finished 4th in 126 flat.
Number 1, Braver Than We Are, came from way out of it. In fact, last of all and a long way behind early to get the victory here today, giving Irad Ortiz Jr. back-to-back scores. This one for Marcus Vitali and Gate to Wire Racing. 2nd, number 5, El Playon, and 3rd was number 4, St. Larned. Next up is race number 4 on the program at 1 mile over the turf. Maiden Claimers in for a price tag of $35,000. A scratch of 11, Purple Girl, left us with a field of 10. This was a wide-open betting race.
And they're off. Smooth start for Cassidy Smile. From the inside of her is Courtesy Notice up the challenge. Away in the top flight are Teenage Idol and Tell Me Mo. In between horses, Golden Tap. It's a real scramble on for the early lead, but they're not going that fast as My Francesca's even involved. In between horses is War Rose. In the charge to the first turn, they're now 4 across the course. War Rose from between horses now has the neck on top. Golden Tap cuts the corner and is right back at her. Teenage Idol took the worst of it around the first turn, but she's now 3rd. Tucked in 4th is Courtesy Notice, racing ahead of My Francesca, who's back to 5th. At the inside and Cassidy Smile from 6th, then comes Tell Me Mo. Princessa Crystal is 3rd last. 2nd last is Sun Summers, and Maybell is last of all, not far away, no more than 6 lengths from first to last as they head down the backstretch. The opening quarter was 22 and 4, and War Rose at even money up for a narrow lead. Golden Tap is 2nd, Teenage Idol on the outside 3rd. Courtesy Notice ridden quietly at this stage, 4th and only a length and a half off the lead. Followed 5th by My Francesca, then Cassidy Smile. Princessa Crystal starts to make some ground between horses. Tell Me Mo is 4 wide at the inside. That's Sun Summers, and Maybell is still last. Around the far turn they go, and here's the bid from Teenage Idol on the outside of War Rose for the top. Courtesy Notice 3 wide and on a move from 3rd. Back to 4th, My Francesca with Cassidy Smile, and they're at the top of the stretch. Teenage Idol, War Rose, Courtesy Notice, these 3 across the course. Courtesy Notice now takes the lead. Cassidy Smile running home down the center, and from the back, Sun Summers is lifting late and coming up the inside lane. Courtesy Notice almost there. Cassidy Smile, a final surge with Sun Summers. Courtesy Notice. Courtesy Notice and leading jockey Luis Saez turned away all challenges. Close then for 2nd, Sun Summers or Cassidy Smile in 137 and 2.
Number 2, Courtesy Notice, wins a close one here today under leading jockey Luis Saez, fending off challenges on both sides for owner Maria Sol Aller and trainer Murat Sancal. Dead heat for 2nd between 1, Sun Summers, and 3, Cassidy's Smile. We move now to race number 5 of the afternoon. The 5th race is at 1 mile over the main track. Claimers in for $6,250. A field of 8 signed on. The favorites were number 3, Il Faraone, number 4, High Flying God.
And they're off. Great start for Jaxa Warrior, who's heading off for the early lead. From between horses, that's Il Ferroni with a touch of speed. McManaman moves up on the outside to challenge for the top, and down inside More Illusions and the run out of the chute. It's Jaxa Warrior with the advantage, a length and a half over McManaman in second. At the inside, More Illusions is third. Il Ferroni is now at the back of the field with Tagore. Moving up to take fourth is the favorite high-flying guy. Back to fifth is Miyago. Sixth is Mr. Papillon. Again at the back, Il Ferroni and Tagore. 24-1 for the opening quarter speed. There's 5 furlongs left to go. Now on front, it's Jaxa Warrior and Tony Mirage with a length and a half lead. On the outside, McManaman is the nearest pursuer second. More Illusions is back to third. High Flying Guy is fourth. Miyago is fifth. 2 back to Mr. Papillon ahead of Il Ferroni, and the trailer is Tagore. 47-3 for an opening half mile. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. With the advantage, it's still Jaxa Warrior on top by 2.5. Second is McManaman. Third is More Illusions. High Flying Guy really hasn't picked up his feet much. He's fourth and about 7 lengths off the lead. And the lead remains in the favor of Jaxa Warrior. Jaxa Warrior past the quarter pole on top by 3. Juarez not giving up hope on McManaman, who's clearly second. High Flying Guy is third, then More Illusions and Il Ferroni. And they're at the top of the stretch, 3/4, 112-1 with 1/8 of a mile to go. The advantage still belongs to Jaxa Warrior, McManaman, but Il Ferroni is the one closing good ground for Jose Alvarez. Il Ferroni up the inside lane to take the lead. It's Shamir Mirage 1-2. It's Il Ferroni in front. Jaxa Warrior second, High Flying Guy third, then McManaman in 139-2.
Number 4, High Flying Guy burns some money again as he is a defeated favorite by 3. Il Ferroni, who rides the rail to victory under Jose Alvarez, completing an exacta for Shamir Mirage as number 7, Jaxa Warrior, got second ahead of the 4, High Flying Guy, who ran third. Time for a commercial break. Still to come, the Rainbow Six sequence. Don't go away.
And Ghost Zipper is pulling away. Ghost Zapper blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Awesome again has won. Ghost Zapper kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
It's the one and only Digo Double G.
Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg.
Da 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 da. You know I'm mobbing with the D.O.E.
Back now for race number 6 on the program. Maiden Claimers in for $20,000. 5 furlongs over the turf. Scratch the 12 Bull Gratz. Luca Panici rides the 11 second encore. The favorite was the 1 Balaban.
And they're off. Calypso Deep off very slowly. Also slowly away was Capable Man. It was a good start for Dynamic Dancer, who's heading off for the early lead. Balaban at the rail is away in Swiss Speed, and Starship Taxi away in the top flight. Let's Dance Samo on the outside. Vaughn takes up in between horses Shanghai Levi. Then back mid-flight goes Accountant Q. On the outside, Incapable Man with U.S. Academy and second encore. And after blowing the start, Calypso Deep is last. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Dynamic Dancer has the lead. Let's Dance Samo on the outside is now second. Balaban creeping closer while third. Starship Taxi is back to fourth, 3 lengths clear of Vaughn with a 1/4 mile left to go. Dynamic Dancer wheels for home on top. Balaban tries to get into high gear and go after the leader second. Let's Dance some more on the outside. Final 1/8 of a mile. Dynamic Dancer trying to repel the challenge of Balaban on the outside. It's Dynamic Dancer in front. Balaban is gaining, but time running out. It's going to be close. Here it is. Too close to call. Dynamic Dancer inside. Balaban outside. It's picture time in 56-4.
If you were a fan of number 10, Dynamic Dancer, you had to feel pretty good inside that final furlong. It looked like this elusive maiden would finally get that maiden diploma, but he found a way to lose again. Although it really wasn't his fault, as number 1, Balaban surged in the last stride to get a very narrow win under jockey Irad Ortiz Jr., who gets his 3rd winner of the day. This one for Jason Service and Dennis Drazen. We move now to the 7th race of the day, the start of the Elite Pick 5, a mile and a 16th over the turf. Scratch the 5, 13, 14, and 16. This was a wide-open betting race.
And they're off. From the center, Chief Exchanger gets the first call with Donji moving up to his inside. Hoosier Drama's away on the top flight, and Splitting Horses is Eminent Force in the charge to the first turn. Wingman keeps his inside position and races a length and a half in front of Billy Big. Then comes the Toronto Invader Melmich, racing about 6 lengths off the lead. He's a length better than Porter Street. Whiskey and Roses is on the outside. Then it's back to Uno Amaya and Erasmo's Dream, and then it's a gap of another 4 to the trailer, Melmich. Around the first turn they go through a 23 and 4 opening quarter speed. With the advantage, it's Donji in front by a half a length. In between horses, Chief Exchanger is second, 3 wide out there, while third is Eminent Force. It's a length and a half to Wingman, who gets a perfect trip, 5th behind the speed under Gaffleon. Then back to Hoosier Drama. Billy Big is at the inside, a length and a half in front of Strike Midnight, who's mid-flight at the inside in Porter Street. Erasmo's Dream is next to the inside of Whiskey and Roses, who's third last. Second last, while on hold, is Uno Amaya, and the favorite Melmich is still last of all under Jose Ortiz, inside half a mile away. The opening half mile was 48 seconds flat as they round the far turn. Donji comes under pressure to hold the lead. Look at Wingman, 21-1 and waiting for the green light. Hoosier Drama's going to try to get started on his outside. Strike Midnight looks for racing room for Jamie Spencer with 5 lengths to make up, followed by Erasmo's Dream as they run to the top of the stretch. 3/4, 112 flat. Hoosier Drama with a big sweeping move on the outside. Hoosier Drama's up for a narrow lead over the top and Strike Midnight. From between horses, it's Wingman. Final 1/8 of a mile. Hoosier Drama puts his best foot forward and has the lead. Strike Midnight is trying to get after him with Wingman, and here's Melmich too late. Hoosier Drama wins. Wingman second, Melmich third, Strike Midnight fourth, and 141 flat.
Betting choice 4, Melmich, came on too late as the win goes to 11. Hoosier Drama under jockey Paco Lopez. Well handled the victory here was this gray son of Big Drama for trainer Peter Walder and owners Hanley and Walder Racing. Second, number 1, Wingman at a big price off a good trip ahead of number 4, Melmich, who flew home to get third. We move to the 8th race now, the start of the late pick 4, the EO Starter Stakes at 7 furlongs. Fillies and mares went to post here with a field of 8 favorites. The Claiming Crown Comebackers, number 3, Starship Reina, and number 5, Mischief Maz.
And they're off. Some bumping in the center as Starship Reina moves for the early lead. Toward her inside, Sammy Sunshine comes out of there second. Back to third is Livin' a Dream. Moving up is Miss Contessa. She's inside of Magali and now racing in fourth. Back to fifth, Mischief Maz, then Bella Vincenza. And the stretch running Amaluna is last of all as Starship Reina gets clear. Starship Reina and Jaramillo trying to back down the speed. Leads the way by a length and a half with 5 furlongs left to run. From second, it's Sammy Sunshine. From third and Livin' a Dream. On from fourth is Mischief Maz racing ahead of Magali and Miss Contessa, then Bella Vincenza and Amaluna. Inside half a mile from home as they leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Starship Reina has the lead by a length and a half. The nearest pursuer is Sammy Sunshine from second. Worked on third is Livin' a Dream. At the inside, Mischief Maz begins to stir. She's only 3 lengths off the lead, so the 2 favorites look for a rematch of the Claiming Crown as they run past the 5/16. Starship Reina has the lead. Mischief Maz in high gear for jockey Tyler Gaffleon and getting after the leader second. 46-3 for a half mile. They're off the turn in the stretch drive. Starship Reina is set down for the drive by Jaramillo with Mischief Maz to deal with. It's a rematch of the Claiming Crown with 1/8 of a mile to go, and we look destined for the same result as Mischief Maz is powered past Starship Reina, and Mischief Maz is on to win it under Tyler Gaffleon by 2.5. Starship Reina was second. Amaluna closed ground to be third, closer for fourth in 123-2.
Well, it was a tale of 2 stories as number 5, Mischief Maz, rallied to catch Starship Reina in the Claiming Crown and went on to lose the next time out. Starship Reina went on to run second to Mischief Maz in the Claiming Crown and win next time out. Mischief Maz came back to form and ran down Starship Reina again today, though, and got the victory under Tyler Gaffleon for the new connections of Bassett Stable and Colomini Vitelli Stable. Sappy Joseph Jr., the winning trainer. To the 9th race now on the start of the late pick 3, a 3-year-old starter stake for $60,000 at 1 mile over the turf. Late scratch here of 4, first and 3. Field of 9, favorite was the 8, Max KO.
And they're off. Missing the start completely was Nairobi. That's great news for Max KO as he'll head off for a pretty hassle-free early lead from Dakota's Good Dude, who comes away racing in second. Up on the outside, Baffin Bay is situated a bit wide while racing in third. Saving ground is Dr. DJ. In between horses goes Donnie Brasco to race about 4 lengths off the lead, followed by Tangible, then Nairobi and Bad to the Core, and the trailer is Take Charge Doro. Up front, Dakota's Dude will not allow Max KO to have an easy lead. They're in lockstep up front and working two better than Baffin Bay third. Dr. DJ at the rail is fourth ahead of Donnie Brasco in fifth. Then Nairobi and Tangible. The two at the back are Take Charge Doro and Bad to the Core. Opening quarter, not that fast, 24-3 as they make their way down the backstretch. Max KO on the inside, Dakota's Dude on the outside, their heads apart. Baffin Bay is third, Dr. DJ fourth. Then Nairobi and Donnie Brasco ahead of Tangible. Nothing yet from the back markers Bad to the Core or Take Charge Doro. They make their way now to the four-turn run. They went 49 seconds for the half-mile speed, and there's less than 3 furlongs to go. Max KO has the lead. On the outside, Dakota's Dude is there second. Baffin Bay is still third, but starting to gain some ground. Dr. DJ and Nairobi are next with Tangible as they run to the top of the stretch. They move now with less than a quarter of a mile to go, and Max KO fights to hold it, but he's got something in the tank here. Baffin Bay floats wide off the corner. That didn't do him any favors. Dr. DJ looks for racing room with less than an eighth of a mile to run. The leader is Max KO by 2. Baffin Bay trying to lunge late. These two kick on. Baffin Bay at Max KO. Max KO, Baffin Bay. Baffin Bay is surging. Baffin Bay's got him. Baffin Bay wins. Max KO second, Tangible third, then Dakota's Dude and Dr. DJ in 136-3.
Number 8, Max KO, nailed on the money by Hall of Famer Javier Castellano aboard number 6, Baffin Bay, who proves his last race was no fluke as he gets 2 in a row for Woodland Farms and Safi Joseph Jr., Safi for a training double. Again, Javier Castellano on board for the winning ride. Number 8, Max KO was second ahead of the 5, Tangible, ran third. Time for a commercial break. The late daily double and the Perseus starter stake come your way next, right after this. Back now for race number 10 on the program. First half of the late daily double, the Perseus starter stakes, 7 furlongs for $60,000. The field of 9 went to post. The favorite was the 5, Uno Mas Modelo.
And they're off. Outside pair begin well. Why Are You Awesome? And on the far outside, Magnifier. Here's Royal Squeeze being sent through at the inside. Royal Squeeze will land second behind Magnifier, who has the lead. Why Are You Awesome is third ahead of Uno Mas Modelo. The favorite is out of there fourth. Kinane is next with Griff and Just Kidding. And out the back door early is First Growth. Down the backstretch they go, less than 5 furlongs to run in the race. They're chasing the speed of Jose Ortiz and Magnifier, who lead the way by a length and a quarter. Royal Squeeze second, Uno Mas Modelo is third. Why Are You Awesome on the outside fourth, followed by Griff and Just Kidding. 3 back to Kinane and First Growth is last. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. 3 furlongs left to run. With the advantage, it's Magnifier, 3 parts of a length. Royal Squeeze is second up on the outside. Why Are You Awesome third. The classy horse, Uno Mas Modelo, awaits his turn toward the rail fourth. 3 back to Griff fifth, followed by Just Kidding, and there's 5/16 to go. Throwing out the anchor was Magnifier. Up on the outside, Why Are You Awesome takes over. Royal Squeeze is alongside second. They'll both have to watch out for Uno Mas Modelo, who swung into action by Castellano. Then his barn buddy Griff as they turn for the money. Why Are You Awesome? Set down by Misael Jaramillo with an eighth of a mile to get, but Uno Mas Modelo is charging hard, and he's up for the lead now. Uno Mas Modelo. It's Castellano. It's Ron Paolucci racing. It's Uno Mas Modelo in front. Why Are You Awesome second. Royal Squeeze third, then Griff and Magnifier.
Following the Gulfstream Today handicapping show this morning, owner Ron Paolucci tweeted publicly that number 5, Uno Mas Modelo, was a guaranteed winner. He was right. Uno Mas Modelo rolls down the center of the race course to get the victory under jockey Javier Castellano for Anthony Cordarolo. And the Ron Lime of Ron Paolucci Racing, the son of Macho Uno, rolled home for the victory to kick off the late daily double. 11th and final race over the turf at 1 mile, the Andromeda Starter Stakes. These are 3-year-old fillies racing for $60,000. Javier Castellano on the 9, Dana Grace. Scratch the alternates 13 through 15. A field of 12. The favorite was the 2, Sister Peacock.
And runners away. Check to last was Sand Drift. Good start for Yako, a better start for Sister Peacock, who's offensive-minded, and Sister Peacock, as the big favorite, takes charge in the run of the first turn. Yako is second on the outside, and Leilani from third. Saving ground at the rail goes Oblio's Wish to race on from fourth. In between horses is DePhilly. Out 3 wide on the course goes Creative Reward. She's off the speed while tugging. 2 better than Isadorable Aida. On her outside is Zal's Dreams. Widest of all is Dana Grace, ahead of Sand Drift. Then comes Night Watch, who's at the back of the field as they turn into the backstretch. Pretty hassle-free lead for Sister Peacock and Jose Ortiz. She struts her stuff down the backstretch through an opening quarter in 24 seconds flat. Second on the outside, Leilani. Tucked in third is Yako. DePhilly is fourth while racing 2.5 off the pace setter. Then it's Oblio's Wish. Wide on the course is Dana Grace. In between horses is Genie on the Beach, as Dana Grace is now 5 wide on a move. Zal's Dreams is mid-flight as Adorable Aida is held up in traffic with Night Watch. Sand drifts at the back as they leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. They went 49-2 for the opening half mile, and they left the leader alone. Sister Peacock maintains a clear advantage. Dana Grace on the outside is now second. From between horses, Leilani. Yako is next. Genie on the Beach begins to launch an attack while 3 lengths off the lead, looking for racing room. 3 back to the rest of the field, led by Night Watch as they run for home. Up front, the leader is still Sister Peacock. Yako into the clear to take her on with 1/8 of a mile to go. Here's Yako on the outside of Sister Peacock. Sister Peacock needs to find more. Yako's alongside. Sister Peacock, Yako. Yako for a narrow lead. Sister Peacock could not stay with Yako. Yako wins by 1.5 lengths. Sister Peacock was second. Isadorable Aida ran third. And Genie on the Beach was fourth in 1:37 flat.
The Ortiz brothers run 1-2 in the Friday finale, with Irad Ortiz Jr. capping off a great day. He gets his 4th win of the day aboard number 6, Yako. For Antonio Sano, that's Team Gunnavera for tomorrow's Pegasus World Cup. Magic Stables, the winning owner of this daughter of Mineshaft. She was up to win it at 5-1. Second, number 2, Sister Peacock. She had no excuse. She was left alone up front and just got out-kicked in the final 1/8 of a mile. Carryover in the Rainbow Six as we go forward to Pegasus World Cup Day. The carryover is more than 600,000. The guarantee is more than 750,000, but the actual pool will be closer to $1 million.
And that's it, 11 up, 11 down. Saturday, Pegasus Day, 3rd running. The dirt, the turf, 12 races, a bunch of stakes. First race post will be 11:30 a.m. I hope you have a great Pegasus weekend. Join us at Gulfstream Park. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to my office here, everybody. I got to get involved.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.